Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for episode number 2 of Inside the Box. In this week's episode, Telford is progressing nicely. I move a timeline up for a job and end up with big consequences. Steve's back off holiday and I kind of forget that I'm going on holiday. Welcome to Inside the Box, episode number 2. Enjoy yourselves. Good morning. It is Monday and I want to start off with a thank you for everybody that watched episode 1. Let's do the we. It's not about me, it's about the business. We went far and beyond what I expected it to do. I'd set myself some targets, which I'll put up on the screen now, which was to get 50 views, 10 likes, 10 subscribers, and less than 5 dislikes. And I managed to achieve that. And that was obviously down to you guys that have watched. So there's a lot of appreciation from me for doing that. There's a little bit of validation for the effort that I put in last week, which was a really nice thing to be able to sit back and watch on Sunday as it sort of unfolded and came in. There was some really nice feedback that I got from colleagues that I've got on LinkedIn and places like that. So it was greatly appreciated. I know, I really mean that. Thank you very much. Today, though, I am in early. As you can see, there's no one else here. They've left me, they've left me to it. They've not actually got in yet. I am going to be absolutely bogged down with paperwork today. I've got so many quotations and drawings and material order bits to do, or at least to prepare before these guys get in. I've also got to get what I'm going to do for the team meeting prepared as well. So it's around about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm just making sure that I've got everything prepared, so when everybody starts turning up, they know what they've got to do. Get that sorted. Other than that, I think you all pretty much know what you're doing, don't you? We need to go through that ventilation and the heaters drawing, just to make sure that we kind of know what we're doing, and send that across. Any problems? No. All happy? Yeah. You're doing well on this. It's looking really, really good. This is where previous conversations come back to bite you in the backside. So I told the lads that, got absolutely no problem. We can temporarily store some stuff in here because the order for this job wasn't going to come up for a little while. However, I was wrong. And now for this 6 bay, which is the order's been bumped up in the timeline, we've got 180 sheets of plasterboard, 60 sheets of plywood, insulation, all the freshly painted skirting architrave that needs to go in the projects to be moved, windows, more skirting and architrave, windows and doors for another project, OSB. All the lads are basically saying that it's my duty now and that I've got to remove it because I told them that they could store it in here for a little while because it was closer to the job that they were working on. I better get started. Got vinyl flooring in it and one that's got a carpet tile flooring in it. All heating, lighting, power points are all in there. So yeah, they are virtually ready to go. 4.5 each. I mean, to be honest, we've got them priced because we need to create some space quickly in the yard. We've got a lot of modular sections coming in. I say normally we'd got them closer to sort of the £6,000 mark. So we have sort of dropped them down a little bit already. But what I'll do is I'll have probably the saving I'll be able to make is if I can just knock some off the transport side of things. But I just need to go and speak to our haulage contractors to see if I can get you any preferential rates on those. But so I say we always try and offer the best price we can on the units. So yeah, let's get that bit done first, and then obviously we can look at a delivery date if it goes to that point, and we'll fit it in around it working for yourself. I almost think I've got some layout drawings that I'll send you across. I will try and break it back down into the individual sites for you, so that you've got, you know what's going to each site, but the I think you've got to go to the sites to actually try and get your answers that you
think so.
you want and you need.
I agree with that one, Matt.
And I know it's a bit of a pain doing it that way because there's no guarantee that the orders are going to come off. But the
I think they are.
oh well, it does look that way. But to be honest, he's been saying that for 12 months. So I think it's more of a case that because they're as big as they are, I think we need to go and put the effort in and go down there. And I apologise, but hopefully it does give you and Sharon a nice night away. So 315 table saw, 305 chop saw.
Because of my paperwork, I took it out just to check, just to make sure we're okay with what blade should be exactly where.
Yeah.
In case you change it over.
Got you.
Okay.
All right, right.
Yep.
That's Roy, the tool oracle of Midlands portable buildings. What a guy. One of the things that we're working on at the moment is the setting up of the new office block, which is this building over here. So we just had it clad. We've just got the services connected outside, and we need to get all the pipe work here blocked up. But we're also in this area out here going to create a nice show area. So as you can see, we've got one of our new portable offices over here. And then we're going to have a new anti-vandal building set up over on this part. Basically, we've got a golden flint the entire area, get a damp-proof membrane down because I've got some beautiful little weedies down here. Like I say, portable cabin, anti-vandal building so that when clients come down, we've got a nice show area to be able to show what we can do. And then obviously the office will serve as the modular showroom. But I think it'll be a really nice area that we'll be able to sit out and enjoy overlooking the pond, which is, hold on, just over there. It's beautiful. Even a nice sunny day as well. Sun's back out, except for that cloud. So as you can see, I didn't venture far today. I've literally been stuck at my desk, and as it was this morning, nobody else is here again. They've all headed off for the evening. I think I've got through most of it because I've got a big meeting tomorrow, an exciting meeting that hopefully is going to lead to a big job, which we're hoping to win. I've done a lot of work to sort of get us to that point where hopefully tomorrow is going to be success, and the client will appreciate what we've done. But for now, I think we've had a pretty good day. I think everyone's enjoyed it. Everyone's happy. They all skipped out the yard to head home, but that might be to do with the sun's out and they might be able to get a barbecue in. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you beautiful bunch of humans. It is Tuesday and I've got the shirt on and we're heading out to see another modular classroom client that we've worked with in the past. We're going to go and they're looking for some more buildings. We're going to go see if we can help them out. So this morning I want to talk about the growing pains of a small business and the capacity issues. Yesterday we had an inquiry come in from a quotation, a couple of back and forth quotations that we'd sent out about a month ago, maybe a month and a half. Now obviously schools have received their budgets now. They know what they've got available to spend in the in the coming months to get prepared for September and the new school term for 2024. But we now are virtually at capacity for the amount of schools that we're dealing with this summer. I think we've got, it's about 16 schools that we're dealing with this summer. And we've only got 6 weeks or 7 weeks in a couple of different areas to be able to get all these buildings and all these projects delivered, installed, all the groundworks, the foundations and everything that goes into putting one of these buildings on site. You know, we've literally got this 6 weeks. Now, as a company, all of our staff have got an enhanced DBS, so we can work on live schools. But the problem is that with the amount of heavy infrastructure, with cranes, with lorries, occasionally having to dig up school fields, school playgrounds to put the services in, etc., you know, the best time for a school to not be impacted is to do it in the 6 weeks. But obviously everybody's vying for the same places, the same times, the same teams. So it creates a pinch point in sort of the available labour that we've got to be able to do these jobs. And this job's come in, it's another 6-figure job, which for a smaller business like ours is absolutely gold dust. You know, we want to do these jobs, we want to deliver them, but we won't take on any work that we don't think we can deliver on time. You know, we don't want to let a school down that, you know, they've ordered this classroom, then all of a sudden it's not going to be ready for September. I think it's just one of the issues that we've got is that because of the great marketing drive that we're doing at the moment, we've got these leads, and this particular one, we just don't think we may be able to service it, which is a shame. But what I'm trying to do now is we're going to reach out to a few partners in the industry that we've worked with before, and just to see what capacity they've got left for the 6 weeks, and hopefully, even though we will make probably less money on the project, you know, we still may be able to facilitate another bit of work, but obviously using an extended network. And that's one of the best things about building up trusted providers within your company, that you can outsource some of this work to, just so long as you know that you can sort of guarantee the level of quality that they're going to produce, if it's sort of around the same as what you can do, so you know that you're still delivering the right value to your client. So on my way to this job now. Hopefully it goes well, because this is the project that we would like to get. Guys are still busy in the yard. Telford project's coming on nice. You saw from yesterday the plasterboards going on to the perimeter of the building. Chris and Martin are doing a great job on that. I know they're continuing with it this morning from when I've been in the depot to have a look at them. So I think we've got some more videos which I'll put up now. Okay, so I've just got back from my sales meeting, and the guys have been busy. Check this out. Look at this cladding going on. Absolutely flying, looking amazing. Let's just flick you around. There she is. So this is the thermo wood cladding that we are finishing, obviously, the entire exterior of the building. And I say the lads are doing an absolutely epic job of this. Can't wait to see the whole article, but doesn't that look superb? Obviously we're going to build all the reveals around the windows as they go along, but gives you a really good initial impression of how it's all going to look as we're moving along. Bit of a shame I sort of missed this all going on, but I say it's about 6 o'clock now in the yard and I've only just got back, so check that out. Well done, guys. Internally as well, the plasterboards continue to be worked on. You can see now that they've started to fill in all the centre joints and also start to work on some of the internal plastics as well. Let's get a nice little pan shot of that. I say as soon as the plasterboard starts going on to the job, making a big difference of sort of how the projects look and how it comes together. And so you can see the the internal plastics here, which just frame the window nicely and just start to finish everything off. So yeah, really happy with that. Great progress while I've been off site. And yeah, it's going to be another good continuation of what's going on for the rest of the week and tomorrow. So site meeting, really good today. Really promising. Hopefully it's going to be another project that we're going to land. It's going to be a big one. A lot of work to do on it. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for what we're on. We're on Tuesday, aren't we? So that's it for Tuesday. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday. It is 6:58 and I'm on my way into the yard. And again, true Britain style, it is absolutely slapping it down with rain after a nice day yesterday. Good evening from the home office. Firstly, I want to apologise for the distinct lack of content from Wednesday. There's two reasons behind it. Number one, I have been working on a huge quotation, which has probably only got about a 30% chance of coming off. But if it does, not only is it going to completely push us to the ultimate capacity, but we now are virtually at capacity for the amount of schools that we're dealing with this summer. And probably make my hair drop out, but it should be worth it at the end of it. And number two, it's been absolutely smashing it down with rain, as Britain constantly does for us. A little bit of sun, a lot of rain, then a little bit of a sun and a lot of rain, though it is making my garden look tremendous. So I am at home now. I am just updating the old website whilst watching a little bit of James Sinclair's podcast, which for those of you who like the whole business and entrepreneurial world, highly recommend, because his main channel, it's criminal that he's not got like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, but also his podcast channel, which personally I think is the better one because it kind of delves into real people's lives and businesses and he tries to help them out, has got like less than 5,000 subscribers. So if you're bored, recommend James Sinclair's podcast. It's good fun. It's good to listen to while you're doing some work. Anyway, apologies. Content wasn't great today. It's really hard to do all this, but I will make up for it tomorrow. So see you in the morning. Good morning, it's Thursday, we're in the yard and we've got exciting news. Is that Steve, somewhere over in the background, has finally returned from his holiday. So I've got my main guy who's going to be back in the yard and overseeing work, and that way I can carry on in here and keep my quotations and drawings and other information going out, because he's much better at that job than I am. So the anti-vandal units that we bought in from episode 1 now, which came in with TDR and were landed, have been repainted. Chris has gone around those and they're all looking really good. Obviously, some of the things that we do with them, they say, is once they've had the initial coats, they're all put down with a car filler, and which is obviously really tough, which then gets sand down and refilled out as it needs to do. But even with their initial coats, they are already looking an absolute world better than when they came in. And just goes to show that when we buy units with really, really good quality bodies and structures, so that obviously when we're selling them to our clients, you know, they're getting as close back to new as we can do. Another thing, this is how fast he works, is that we've barely landed this unit and he's already starting to get it into the corporate colours. You can see he's cutting in all the legs, the windows and doors ready for rolling. So as you know, we've been preparing our new offices, and we were previously in our temporary offices, the grey ones over there. And we've been burying the services for the new water feeds, the electric and everything for the new offices. But the BT line was already in. So unfortunately, as our ground worker's been preparing the dig for the services, he's gone straight through the BT line, and we're now currently absolutely out of internet. Fortunately for us, what I was telling you about in episode 1 with the IT company that we're taking on to look after all of our managed infrastructure and the cyber security, they sent an absolute baller of a person, Lewis, up to come and talk to Karine about everything that we've got to do inside the offices of setting it up. But fortunately, he has actually managed to get us back online with a 4G router, so we can still operate and do everything that we need to do within the business. So this is a shout out for you, Lewis. Really appreciate you getting all that sorted so that we can keep all the phones and the internet running for the business. Cheers, buddy. Internally in Project Alpha, the lads continue with the internal timber stud walling using a 70mm CLS, 250mm plasterboards, which will then be insulated in between. This is the SLT office looking back to the reception office and then into the main corridor. One plasterboard gets put on first, which we will then insulate behind and then close with the second board, just like this. The internal windows are finished with the plastics we showed you in episode 1. Externally, the cladding is continuing with Connor and Rich. The cladding is a thermo wood timber treated with an Osmo oil UV protection coat. New roof coverings and new plastisol steel fascias are adding to the exterior of the building. One of the projects which we haven't actually shown you yet at the moment is this one, which we are currently preparing to get ready for all of the plasterboard and the boarding to go on the outside. We're just waiting for the deliveries of them. So this is a 2-bay modular classroom, which is going down to London. Let me swing you around. So as you can see, we built all the apertures out here now for where the windows. Just need to cut through the outside OSB and then obviously prepare the insides with the insulation. We've got one of the old walls, which is previously foil insulation, block. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday and I made a mistake. I completely forgot that I was going on holiday this week. There's Kathy. So we're actually down in the Cotswolds celebrating my father's 70th birthday, which is big Nige for you who know him in the industry. Which means there's not going to be any footage, unfortunately, for the Friday, but also it means more likely than not I'm not going to be able to get any footage filmed for next week, so episode 3 will be a week delayed. I have asked Chloe and Steve to get me some footage if they can, but obviously they're going to have a lot of work to do because the entire family is down here. So I apologise for that, but I do want to say a big thank you again for tuning in and watching Inside the Box, episode number 2, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and a fantastic week next week. Take care, guys.